Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in to Movie Pop, and today we're here to talk about Stranger Things Season 3. It's directed by, of course, the Duffer Brothers, written and directed, starring Winona Ryder and David Harbour, who is not playing Hellboy.
Oh boy, Hellboy. Oh, Hellboy.
Yes. Oh, Hellboy.
Oh, thank God.
So you guys... Oh, what's that?
No, I said, oh, thank God it's not Hellboy. Sorry. We really like Hellboy.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank heaven. Thank you so much. Yes, and David Harbour delivers in this third season of Stranger Things. You all know the story, so let's just dive right into our expectations for this. I'll start off with myself. I had no idea what the hell to expect. I don't even remember when the last time I watched Stranger Things Season 2 was. Mostly forgot about what the hell happened. What's up?
No, I'm surprised. Like, I had really high expectations. This is like the new Game of Thrones for me, so I'm just surprised. Right? Yeah, dude. The season 1 and 2 were amazing. I was just like,
I thought season 1 was great. Season 2 was less great.
Yeah, but I still think it was very good. Like, I mean, it's hard. Yeah. Like, no one ever beats the original. That just never happens. But I feel like they really tried their ass off to get 2 as good as 1. And I think they got pretty close. So, I mean, I think they have to be commended. You know, a lot of people don't have the success that they've had. So, yeah, I had super high expectations.
I mean, this is definitely one of Netflix's tentpole series, for sure. It's one of their staples. So,
it's so much better than anything else.
I didn't necessarily have high expectations or low expectations. I was just like, oh, season 3 is here. Cool.
Yeah.
What about you?
No, yeah, like
obviously
I said,
high,
loved it, yeah. All great. I mean, like I said, It's a new Game of Thrones for me, baby. All right, so let's dive right into some of those pros, things you liked about this.
All right. Dude, obviously, this thing is so beautiful to watch. There are so many sequences. You've got the 80s neon aesthetic and just a lot of great cinematography combined with a really awesome lighting.
Yeah.
That ends with the end of the series actually ends with this firework psychedelic finale. And I'm just like, wow, this is beautiful to watch.
Oh yeah,
the set design's amazing, right?
No, their understanding of the 80s and the ability to replicate it and make you feel like you're there is unprecedented. It just, and everyone I've talked to agrees. It's insane how accurate, and some of the throwbacks they throw in there, some of the nostalgia you get. I'm comfortable saying that you're never gonna see this anywhere else. I feel like they're too good. They're too good at this. Yeah. So I mean,
too good. Yeah. To the point that they even throw in a Back to the Future screening at the movie theater where everyone's watching it. I'm like, wow, that's very 80s.
Tip of the iceberg too. I mean, there's so many other good things, and I don't want to spoil anything, but there's some great stuff, especially in this season. They did some good stuff before. Right. I feel like they outdid this themselves this season. Retro. Another one of my pros is I think their use of CGI is spectacular. Not only does it look great, but it's not overly done. There's very few scenes that actually have a lot of CGI, but when they do have it, it seems like they're really paying a lot of attention and making it look as real as possible without, taking you out of the experience. And I almost have no idea half the stuff is CGI. You really got to look and be like, oh yeah, okay, CGI. So great job to them.
Hats off, guys. Yeah. That's awesome CGI. Awesome CGI is also supplemented by some fantastic acting across the board.
Absolutely.
With all of our child actors. Winona Ryder, David Harbour, everyone involved, just A-class acting. I totally believe the characters, the situations they're in, all of it. And of course, it's also supplemented by a continuation of the story we've followed since season 1 and season 2, and it just all comes into a perfect storm, really.
Yeah.
For what would be, I guess, a final series finale for season 3, potentially season 4, which just seems odd.
I don't think it's gonna stop, dude. There's no way they're gonna stop this show. It's too good.
Gonna keep opening that damn portal,
dude. I love so many characters in this show. I don't even know a character that I don't like. They're so enjoyable to watch on screen. They all have so much personality. It's nuts.
Dude, let me ask you this then, because even the one character that I hate the most in the show.
Yeah.
All right. I forget his name in the show, but he's played by the actor Dacre Montgomery. Billy.
Yeah. Is it Billy?
Billy.
Yeah.
He's Billy. Yeah, he's Max's brother.
Yeah.
I hate that guy. Hate him.
I think he's supposed to be. He kind of was built up as a villain in the last season, so.
Yeah. But his acting is just phenomenal. Like, I believe him. It's great. I'm invested.
Oh, yeah. And he's got that stash, too. The perfect stash.
The perfect stash.
Yeah. Another one of my pros is I think the story just knocks it out of the park. Like the story is so well written. I love it. Like, you're never bored. It doesn't drag its feet. It's told so well, and each episode I feel like tells like a very important part of the story. It's just great. Like, I wish more stuff had the writing that this has. Like, I'm always in each season. It's always been engaging, you know. And like it's
true.
Some shows just can't do that. Like, maybe they'll have one good season and like another one's boring. But I feel like all 3 seasons pretty good writing overall. So, you have any other pros you want to mention?
That's about it, boy.
All right, cool. Let's jump right into the tough love with the cons. I had some struggles, but I think we got some good stuff here as well to talk about.
All right. Tough love. Here comes the cons.
Okay.
I'm going to start off with some cons that are possibly pros. They're like right in the middle.
Yeah, I think that's all you can do with a show like this.
Yeah. I've got 3 of them.
Okay.
Followed by 2 for sure cons, but maybe it's my ignorance to the backstory of the show. Maybe I missed on some details. Okay. So let me start off with some of the cons/pros.
Okay.
It's very lighthearted. You know, you've got this comedic kind of tone, very like 80s, like campy, goofy sensibility, which is great, and I love it. Mm-hmm. It matches the 80s aesthetic, but I feel like the comedy and like that joke, like the very joking tone kind of undercuts a lot of the serious like tension a lot.
Yeah, I can see that affecting some people.
Right.
Yeah.
So as a consequence, I feel like that sense of danger is very lacking. Like, I never really fully invest myself into like, that's basically
kind of similar to that.
Half pro, half con.
Yeah, kind of similar to that. It's not really like the comedy side, but I don't like how they split the story. So I feel like they section off characters into their own groups, and they tell the story from different perspectives from each of theirs, and it can be a little disorienting because you're hearing one story from like 6 groups of characters. It's not that many. It's like 3 or 4, and it's just all split up, and then by the end of the story, they all kind of merge together into one. And so it's kind of it can be a little disorienting, and something it's weird because they do it every season. It's like these characters are all, by the end of the season, they're together, and then all of a sudden they're split up again, and they're all different stories. I don't know. I could see it a little disorienting sometimes, and it'd be nice if they were just more all on the same page, all together at the same time. Some of them make sense, but yeah, this is kind of like a con, but I can see how maybe it helps their storytelling.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. And then I'll close out with my last 2 cons. For one, the Arnold Schwarzenegger doppelganger from Russia.
Oh my god.
/ Man in Black. Who the freaking fludge was that guy? Who was he? What was his motivation? Why was he so freakishly powerful at one scene, and then like in the end, like not so much? Like, what was going on with him? I didn't know. They didn't explain anything
about that. He's just Russian Arnold. That's all it is. Yeah, I don't know.
He's just a bout of Russian vodka.
Yeah, he just drinks a lot of vodka, and he's really mad.
That's it. Then lastly, I was curious about like why at the time the USSR was so interested in opening this portal and what their motivations was, because as far as I know, they had no backstory or explanation as to why the USSR was interested in that. And I don't feel like they explain that very much either in season 3.
I got the sense that it's kind of like the USSR is always competing with us, like the way, like the race to the moon and stuff. Like, they want to be the first to do this. So America's interested, so obviously they're interested too. They have their own program. I don't know. That's just what I thought. But they definitely don't explain it. So it's kind of like up to you to guess.
Yeah. If they would explain it like that, that would have been great.
Yeah.
But yeah.
One of my things, talking about the Russian, you're not sure about their motivations and stuff. I said it's not super clear what happens to not just the Russians, but like all supporting characters that are not main characters. You have no idea what happens to them in the story. Not going to tell you like what goes down, but they just vanish, and you are they dead? Are they alive? Where did they go? What's going on? I was a little confused by that because there's no real resolution. You're just like, they're gone. Okay. And I also wish the show explained better why there's all this activity in Hawkins, but no one seems to notice except the kids. Like, literally the entire season, this happens. No one, the military is just nowhere. The police is nowhere.
No one.
There's the police chief with them, and still there's no police. Like, what?
Yeah.
It just,
that bothered me a lot. I'm like, really? Like, no one else is noticing this going on?
There's like monsters stomping around, and everyone's like, oh, it's just, you know, stuff's happening.
It's a completely empty parking lot. Nobody notices.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a bit of a problem.
Yeah, but overall, I mean, this show is so worth your time. I mean, if you're not watching this, you're crazy. This is just, it's fueled nostalgia, excitement. It's you know, there's funny scenes. It's just, I love this show, if you can't tell.
Yeah.
So, I would watch. I'm probably gonna watch it again. So I feel like it's worth. Yeah, it's probably worth the rewatch.
Wow.
If you haven't seen it, you're crazy. So get on that.
So I was about to ask you then, Lawrence. Like, considering that we all have lives, is this worth 8 hours of someone's lives? Probably 1 hour a night after they're done with work and the daily duties. Is it worth their time to watch this? Or should they be investing their time in something else on Netflix to watch and binge?
No, I don't know what's better on Netflix than Stranger Things, to be honest. It's the new Game of Thrones, man. If you love like 80s or if you're born around that era, you're going to get some serious nostalgia from this show, and you're crazy for not watching it. And I'll fight you. Just kidding. But yeah.
Come on, bro. Yeah. No, I agree with you.
I'm just kidding. I love you guys. I never fight any of you.
However, I will say there is a slight addendum to that, because I know the constraints of our everyday lives. You only have maybe an hour or two at most at night of free time to watch something. So is this something that's like critical for you to watch on Netflix? I'm going to say no. Provided that you're watching some other things that are like an hour in length. For example, I just recently watched Aziz Ansari's newest stand-up special, which is fucking phenomenal. It's a masterpiece. It's great. I watched it twice. It's only an hour long. If you need to like break up your nights, you know, to watch Stranger Things and something else, I do that. You know, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily worth your time. Like, I need to watch this every night and get totally invested.
Yeah. I mean, it's a show. You can watch an episode a week, an episode every few days. You know, you don't have to watch. I think it's totally worth your time. This is a very good show. So everyone I talked to watched it in like 2 days. I'm like, Jesus, guys, let me catch up. Holy crap.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, then we'll wrap it up here for our final scores for Netflix streaming series. What are you going to give it, Lawrence, out of 5 bags of popcorn?
I give this a 4.5, and I think season 1 is probably a solid 5, so it's pretty close. 4.5 for me.
All right. Cool. Well, I'm going to be right below you there with a 4. It's not exactly perfect, but damn, it's serviceable. It's great. It's good fun, despite some problems.
Yeah. Definitely.
All right, then. Cool. Well, there you have it, guys. From both of us, a 4 and a 4.5 bag of popcorn rating for Stranger Things Season 3. If you want to see more awesome TV, movie reviews, trailer reactions, make sure to follow us on social media, on Instagram at MoviePopOfficial, on Facebook at MoviePopOfficial, and of course on Twitter at RealMoviePop.
And you guys know how it goes. Just down there, show us some love. It means so much to us. And as always, thank you so much for watching.